Hello, yes, I would like to say to your manager. Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Giants Engine 9 is not responding. Good. Good start to the stream. The game just randomly crashed. Okay, let's get the game started again. And to just do a couple things here. Sounds like I'm doing more than I am because I'm being inept at finding the things that I want to do. Go. So this should take a couple of seconds to load up because I have new mods. New mods. The mods, they are new. Fresh modifications. Let's see, is it going to pick up the game? It should. Hey, it does. So, earlier today, I was able to do some work off camera, and we now have $85,000. Which means that I can buy the item that I wanted to buy yesterday, which is the New Holland TX32. Which tires look best? Continentals look quite nice on it. Midas look a touch big. Vrichsteins look a touch small. Trelleborgs are kind of in the middle. I'm liking the Continentals. Actually, I'm liking the Michelins. Yeah, Michelin. Have I blown away yet? No, somehow. How's things today? Things are good today. It's extremely windy outside. So there might be some background noise of, you know, the wind. Excuse me? Hang on, I need to see what's going on here. Wait for it to respond. Did I get a little call stack here? It looks like it. Let's just go Big Dave here for a second. Okay, why is there Stack Overflow there? It's not a little call stack, it's a Stack Overflow. Which is actually worse. Right, let me just get this set up again. I want the exact same setup, so I am activating the mouse. I'm gonna see if I can... I'm gonna see if I can reproduce that. Because... I'm fairly certain that's what caused the first game hang. What could have caught? Yeah, manual attaches a bug with the class saddle track. It could be a bug with the New Holland too, but I didn't have the New Holland when it happened the first time. Okay. So I got my log open here. And I just want to see what goes wrong where if it happens again. That makes no sense. It should have happened again if it was going to happen. Interesting. Actually, I'll leave this open for another second because I want to make sure it doesn't happen. Now they've got the header on the trailer. Maybe something to do with the game? I guess. There we go. So that's... Okay. So I can get into vehicles and turn them on and off. Has that somehow fixed it? Or have I now made it worse? Game saved successfully. Do I need that clipped? See, now I'm concerned that I might have corrupted the save. I'm just gonna real quick just if it happens again, maybe turn off manual touch. Definitely an option. Definitely an option, but let's just see. See, it's fine now. It just seems to be on attaching. It has an issue. Don't know. I'm gonna run some tests with that later on today. I presume you clipped that farming boy. Maybe try detaching it. I'm gonna save before I do that, because I do need to detach it down at the yard anyway. But I'm gonna save before I do that, just so that I'm not having to do this drive again. Clip it now. Somebody has a clip of something. If somebody clipped Blue Caustic, that's amazing. But I would appreciate that, and just throw it into the clips room in Discord so that I can have a bit of a more detailed look at it. I might be able to spot something going on that's out of the ordinary. Now, it could be that it's not even related to this combine. It could be... I'll have to look through some of the game files to see what is on that line of the lure. I can run the fail tree. I can run through the failure tree on it, but it'll take some time, and that's not something I want to do on stream. Let's get this question. Yeah, no, it's fine there. Interesting. We still have 30 grand to play with. Not quite enough. It's the first game that hasn't had a patch yet. Yeah, bro, it seems to be mod related. That's why I'm gonna go through some stuff later on well, if I have time and enough energy, I'll run through some stuff tonight. If not, I'll do it tomorrow at some point, if I can find the time. So this should all be ready to harvest. Yes, it is. Fantastico. So how much is field 47? Because that's the next logical field to get. 64,000. Interesting. I'm gonna just drop a safety save here. With the crashes that I've been experiencing, safety save is a good idea. Because I need to attach that and make sure the PTO is attached. Which is this hydraulic cutter? Apparently it is. I think it's embarrassing there have been no patches yet. They're trying to put everything into one big patch, Harold. So, like... yeah, it's frustrating there isn't a patch yet. I get the frustration. There is a reason they've not put a patch out yet, and they are working pretty damn hard to get that patch ready. Like, bear in mind, I've spoken on many occasions to various people within Giants. It's because they don't want to pay for the patches to be put on consoles. No, it's because they prefer to patch everything at once instead of having a patch that breaks stuff. It's got nothing to do with money. If it had something to do with money, honestly, the money consoles bring in is worth way more than a patch. The console community is the community that the Giants want to annoy the least. New hat by any chance? Yes, Simulate. Do you like my hat? I genuinely like this hat. It's covering up. I can show you. The fact that I'm going very bald. Is it front already? It actually arrived like this. I kind of like it. It arrived with the kind of distressed look at the front. And I'm not sure if it's meant to be like that. Yeah! I'm not sure if it's meant to have the distressed kind of aesthetic to the denim, but I like it because it looks like it's been owned by a farmer. It's just to me the game was released too early then. No, Harold, dude, you, with all due respect, this has gone really wonky. Why is my chair wonky? Yours also has it's same. I've been saying this to everybody who has one of these. If you had an idea of how insanely huge my head is, you know the very, 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 very last possible clip? That just about fits. Like, as big as the hat can get. That Yeah. I have a massive head. I mean both. But, yeah, Harold, dude, all due respect, games take longer to patch than you think they do, and patches are harder to make than you think they are. And it's got nothing to do with money and everything to do with the fact that time is linear and doesn't stand still. There are only so many hours in a day people can work while remaining sane, and I'd prefer game developers to actually, you know, work sane hours instead of just this world, at least. I mean, yeah. But I prefer game developers, all of them, to work sane hours and not have just constant. What the hell's the name for it? The thing that CD Projekt Red put their devs into for months. Get right in the first place, then loads of minor bugs should not be there. Okay, I'm gonna have to run through this again. Harold. Giants? Crunch, thank you. Thank you, yes. Yeah. Giants have, last I heard, and this was an official number when I heard it, about 60 staff. 60 to 70 staff. Total. Probably about 15 to 20 of those, maybe a bit more now, are the QA team. And if they're working 8-hour days, 5 days a week, you get 40 hours a week from that 20, we'll say 20 people. Works to 800 hours of testing can be done per week. Maximum. Is it 800? Yeah. You release a game, and 1,000 people play it for an hour. Suddenly you've got over a week's worth of QA time done in an hour. Oh, and FarmSim has sold 1.5 million copies. So some of the bugs being found aren't because the game was released unfinished, it's because linear time meant QA didn't have time to test everything. And there's never enough time to test everything. The only way you can see if your power goes, Farm Boy. 1120 hours a week. Yeah. But like, the only way you can ever test everything is if you somehow manage to stop time and get people working 24/7, which Giants don't do. They don't do crunch, as far as I'm aware. They'll do 7-day weeks, but they don't tend to go over 8-hour days. Did I say 8-hour weeks? They'll work 7 days a week if they absolutely need to, but they don't generally go over 8-hour days. They don't do crunch. Yeah, there's no winning in a game in modern day. That's also true, Sim. It's like the new call stack I found. I'm gonna spend probably the better part of an hour later trying to figure out what the root cause that was so that I can send a bug report to Giants and just be like, hey, I've done root cause analysis on this for you guys. Here's the root cause. Here's what happened. Here's the root cause. I spent far too much time looking into it for you. Because like I've done that with Wopster before, where I'm like, hey Wop, is this supposed to be happening? He's like, no, what were you doing? And I'll run through exactly what I did and what happened and how I knew something. I like trying to help people. V1 Seasons, oh god, yeah. Racken hated me at one point because I kept suggesting things that would be really, really difficult to implement. He was really angry at me. Although he now knows that most of that stuff was just like, hey, this would be nice, this would be nice, this would be nice. Never actually expected most of my random suggestions to actually happen. But he knows that I'm not entitled. I'll list off 73 things that I think would be kind of cool or nice, and if 2 of them make it in, I'm happy. If 1 of them makes it in, I'm happy, because I get the nice things. New crop texture is nice. Yes, sorghum texture is really nice, and it cuts quite high, so you get really big stalks. Like the title of the stream. Yeah, I thought I'd make fun of the storm. Let's use the Zetter in gear S3. Come on. Onwards. Oh yeah, this doesn't... Oh yeah, Sim, you haven't heard this yet. Reverb. Also, I'm pretty sure the lights just did. If the streams... Okay, that's twice. Maybe I shouldn't have made fun of the storm. You actually have it installed now. I'm just listening. Yes, there has been all day. It's slow moving, so it's been sat over me all day. Have you seen the Sam? Have you seen the trailer fill limits in action? I think sorghum should trigger it. Oh boy, this trailer is heavy. Just trying to find a torch just in case. That's not a bad call. Hang on, I'm going to grab one of my lights. Just in case. I'm not even going to turn off the... This one bright? Oh, that's the dim one. Where's the bright one gone? Oh, there's the bright one. Is this the bright one? Yep, yeah. Yeah, that was the bright one. Can I use my phone as a torch? That is true. I can. Didn't know I studied at Roma. Honestly, this is just the first t-shirt I found. I just grab whatever's on top of my pile of clothes at this point. The more realistic women. I don't think that's needed, Chris. I think that giants are using realistic weights. In fact, they have to for the trailer fill limits to work. Yeah, for the trailer fill limits to work, they actually have to use realistic weights. Because the trailer fill limit's your mass limited, as well as volume limited. Internet's not happy. In my defense, I'm streaming in the middle of a storm. This is probably unadvised, but hey. I've heard the new sounds and I never have Discord sounds on, Chris. Discord is something that just works silently in the background. It's from my days where I used to go into chat rooms quite a lot. I always muted all the sounds because they got really annoying really quickly. What's the interior in this like? A bit basic. To be fair, Farming Boy, a lot of US infrastructure is not the greatest because it's just made by the lowest bidder. Just whoever does it the cheapest gets it. So yeah, there's going to be issues caused by that. I do have some credit on my phone, so if the power does go, I'll at least be able to put out a thing on Discord saying, hey, stream's over, my power's gone. And my plan, if that happens, is go downstairs because the fire's lit. The fire's lit in the living room, so yeah, my plan if there's a blackout is chill by the fire. Grab my blankie and sit down by the fire to keep warm. Okay, that was a big blip. Yeah, the USA also gets far more extreme weather than us. That is another fair point, Giannis. Your fire's electric? Yeah, there's a joy to my house being really old-fashioned. Hey, Dragon Skies. Just an FYI, the stream may suddenly end without warning. There is currently a storm outside, and it seems like the power is currently getting a bit angry at dealing with it, because my light has been dipping significantly. There's a delay too. There's always a delay with Twitch. Multi-time house for the win? Yeah. Like, sure, my house isn't the most modern, but I mean, a wood fire is always going to be good in the case there's a blackout, because you can at least have heat. I had some soup earlier, so I ain't gonna go hungry. I'm sure we could sacrifice a pot if we really get hungry and need to cook on the fire. Heat, not water, food. Yeah. Like, having everything be electric is great and all, but you need to have ways to do things that are not electric. You need a backup plan. Little gas cook. We have a gas stove somewhere as well, actually, Farming Boy. I think everybody in Ireland just has a battery which should last about 90 minutes tops. I mean, most power outages are solved within that time frame, so... You might never notice it. Yeah, in case, like, if my power goes, my power goes. I don't exactly have much I can do with that power at the moment. But come next week, hopefully, I'll have lots to do that won't require any electricity at all. I think it's mainly for the freezer situation. Yeah, I would imagine so. Yeah, that's mass limited. There we go. We have maxed out the weight of the trailer. ESP is at outages all day, take around an hour to restore power. That's still quite fast. That's true, Yanis. I should probably look into getting one. Get this emptied. And we're off into the big field. And while that's happening, the Massey can hop on El Cultivatro. After work you go. Enjoy, Chris. There we go. You support up to 1000 watt PC for about 60 seconds. That's not bad, actually. Let's see what your name is. Yeah, you look like a Dwayne. That's Dwayne. Dwayne the Block Blonson. He's a big wrestling fan, but never quite understood how The Rock's nickname worked. Those fields still don't need plowing? Okay. Hey, Steam fan. How you doing today, dude? Yeah, that is kind of a downside. Yeah, so I wouldn't want loud noises in the middle of the night. I've already got to deal with the damn cat. Gotta be the cats. Yeah, Flash has done a number on her back again. We don't know how or when it happened, but she's got a big nasty patch on her back. Which might mean I decide to just stay up all night to keep an eye on her constantly. If she starts going manic. So the stream tomorrow might be a bit odd. There's a chance of PC going back in the middle of the night. That's true. But I got mine running off surge protectors, so it's not a big deal. Surge protectors and many fuses in between my PC and actual mains electricity. Power's very unhappy. Yeah, this storm is really nasty. This is a really nasty storm, I've got to admit. But hey, gotta enjoy it. I know. Flight sim streamers have been having a hell of a lot of fun with it. At least 56,000 homes without power. Important information. Hang on. I get an email from eBay that I really should look at. Because it's about shipping. Ooh! It has arrived at the shipping center. Also has a picture of Simulan's hat. Simulan, if you're still here, what the hell's with that filter? Also, I kind of want to see what happens with my face in that filter. How does it deal with an actual beard? It's mainly the south and west coast Steam fan, unless they've updated it, which they might have. Here's the Mid-Air website. Don't want the Daft Punk app. While using the app, I want... Okay. Yeah, no, I'm in a yellow warning. Just checked. There we go. I need to restart my phone soon because it's... Actually, I'll do that now. It's acting up. Install now. Forgot that I had an Android system update to install, so I'll do that now. Maybe my phone will be less annoyed. Dwayne is blocked by something. What's by that field that Dwayne could be possibly blocked by? Oh, that. Well, let's unhire you, Dwayne. Because the simple solution is just push it. And we'll get you into field 46. Combine again, and away we go. So I'm thinking it might be... Well, it would definitely be worthwhile. Glad I got the combine. Yeah, I made sure that I'd get it. Granted, I shouldn't have sold off all of the lettuce at once. Because all the lettuce from all 4 greenhouses that I had saved up, that resulted in a beautiful frame rate of 5. I drove to the supermarket with the glorious number of 5 FPS. Which, the game was very unhappy, but the curtain cider trailer was full. You could have held like 8 or 9 more pallets than I actually had on, but yeah, it could not have been much more full than it was. Speaking of full, Combine's full. Let's get the Zetter. This little thing has a surprising amount of just punch. Like, sure, it doesn't have a great top speed, but it's got to get up and go. Zetter on the baby baler would be awesome. It works quite well on the conventional baler. Let's get rid of the sorghum, which looks a lot more like peaches in that texture. Yeah, I'm thinking just go and unload this straight away. Let's get this unloaded, we'll get back to the field, get the combine going again. Looks like a transmission line's down somewhere in Cork. That's not fun. Follow the road very nicely indeed. Right, combine. This should fill up another time, like once or twice more. I'm fully expecting about 20,000 litres of sorghum total. I think that's... Oh yeah, at least 20,000 total. Probably closer to 25. And the temptation then is to, yeah, to get a few contracts done, like none of these contracts are good. Field 11 and 29 would be good contracts to do. Might be a good idea to do a safety save. Safety save is always a good idea. There's never a bad time for a safety save. How much? I'm just kind of thinking here, thinking out loud, which is always a bad idea. So we got the HK25 and the S3030. That's 3 meters for 33.5. Is there any reason we don't swap to the Amazon D9 4 meter? Like it's able to see more area at once. Able to go faster and can hold more seeds. And it's cheaper. So I think it's kind of a no-brainer to swap to the Amazon. Yes, Steam fan, but I've not opened Minecraft in a while, so I don't have it downloaded yet. Java and Bedrock versions of Minecraft are effectively the same, just FYI. Bedrock just runs in, I think, a different engine. How much would Field 50 cost? Comically, by the way, I think I've kind of gone around the Combine thing backwards. I should have been using the New Holland before. I think the Class is a better choice now. I think the Class Combine would be a better option right now. Green Skinny, 110,000 volt lines down. Ooh, that's like... That's gonna be a lot of Cork City without power. See you, Alice. Ten customers affected. Seriously? Just 10? Guessing other lines in the area are picking up the slack, and those 10 are served solely by that one line. I do apologize for buffering and packet loss and weirdness, by the way, but it is out of my hands. I am trying to stream in a storm. It's kind of my bad for streaming in the middle of a storm, but hey, I wanted to stream. Yeah, my internet's unreliable at the best of times. It's actively... well, it's actually behaving like a trooper today. Being very good for me. I am very cold. I'll just putting out full power. It's probably that I'm not wearing the hoodie that I'm noticing it's a bit colder. Sending me a DM. Okay. I would look on my phone, but it's still updating. Sent. I'll check once my phone is updated. I've meant to update Android on my phone for the last better part of a week, so I'd probably best do that now. And I should also try and get, you know, this side of the field done so I can at least set the cultivator off. Then again, no, it's a bad idea to set the cultivator off while I'm still actively harvesting, because it could just eat crops that I could harvest. There we go, my phone is updated. I will get it running again in a moment. Yeah, this is gonna be fun to try and sell all this. I might have a look at when the best price for sorghum actually is. What crop am I planting next? Untitled Chapter is better than this? Yeah. It is, for sure, but I like the New Holland. I've seen basically this combine driving around near me, driving straight past my house and getting stuck in my estate, so... I'm gonna use the combine that I know. Also, it's oh my god, it's optimizing my apps now. Optimizing app 13 of 423. Good. How's the storm treating you, Derp? Or has it hit you yet? Because I'm having to actively warn that the stream might randomly just drop. I've seen a few few light dips happening to the power. You know when the power's kind of half gone and the lights just dim. It's like, that's less than ideal. Yeah, that's what's happening. Okay, need some water. There we go. You counted 10 flickers in the last hour. Yeah, what's with the arms here, by the way? Who drives like this? Ah, yes. Yes, it is steering time. My internet's about as stable as it gets. Which is to say unstable, but it's usual level of unstable. Power's been kind of blipping a bit. Yeah, there's nothing huge, as far as I'm aware. Your internet's better in the storm than on a clear day. I think that says a thing or two about your internet farming, boy, to be honest. Right, back to the combine. I like how I've got two big tractors and yet I insist on using the Zetter to pull the trailer. 4G from 3. Could be that the moisture in the air is improving the 4G signal. That is a thing that could happen. Little Zetter is an absolute trooper. It is! I love the Little Zetter. Like, it can't lift much more than a few tons. Because you know I've tried. But, it can pull. The Porsche is fantastic. Oh. Like, it's not much less powerful than the Zetter. But, uh-oh. That's not good. I shouldn't be seeing no service. It could be that my... What the hell? Oh, was it the SIM card was locked that was causing the problem? Come on. Oh, my phone is Yeah, I want tools that would suit them. I want to do a farm or map, or at least a bit of a map, where I only use the tractors with 50 horsepower or less. So a little trailed combine that I could use, and really small, really old potato and beet equipment, and a sickle bar mower. Like, I want to be able to do a map, if I really wanted to, with tractors that have 50 horsepower or less. Which I think says a lot about my insanity more than anything else, but still. Brittle looking potato flinger, thank you for my TV deal. Yeah. To be fair, if you've been in the streams the last few days or in Discord, you'll know that I'm insane, because in 2021, I've bought a typewriter. And I'm looking forward to it. The email I got earlier was from eBay was saying, hey, it's arrived at our distribution center. It'll be with you shortly. Or you'll get kind of better updates now. I've geeked a bit, looked at where it was in the UPS system. I think I know which plane it's flying on. I've narrowed it down to like 3. And I kind of hope it's the one that I've ranked as the left field option. Because the one I've ranked as the left field option is a West Atlantic 737 400F. Flying to Shannon from East Midlands in the UK, and I just like the idea of it flying through Shannon. It's wonderfully 60s. More than likely, though, it'll end up in Dublin. But I should mention, I've not bought it as a display piece. I've bought it to use it. I've been reading up and researching on how to do like basic repairs. Typewriter equals plasters are handy for cuts. What? So far I've determined that it might not even need new ribbon, it might just need a clean. And a minor service. I'll obviously be able to determine a bit better when I get it. Why is using money? Exactly, Derp! Like, My thought process is legitimately, I want printed notes. 99.999% of stuff that I will ever want printed is stuff that I have typed myself. Well, why use a printer when I can just get a 1960s, 1970s classic typewriter and have kind of an experience while typing? You know, there's same logic behind getting like a record player. There's an experience to it all. It's beautifully classic. And yes, I am insane. Before somebody says, Dave, you're insane for buying a typewriter. Yeah, I know. But it's a rather nice looking Smith Corona that needs a bit of work. From what I have seen, it seems to be mainly aesthetics that need work though, so should function. Actually, Stefan and Derp, you guys might have had this happen. Have you guys run into a situation where I'm not entirely sure what caused it, but I think it might have been manual attach has caused a stack overflow of a Lua? Like, it's not even a call stack error I've been getting periodically, it's a straight up stack overflow. But you guys know anything about potential causes? Nothing you've seen yet. Yeah, I've had it happen a few times today. It's not when I quit the game, like I was loading in. I'm aware of the game crashes when you quit thing, but I usually I usually use the dev mode queue to get out of the game, so that's not a bug that bothers me. That's a convenience thing. But no, it's a stack overflow that was happening when I was like near a pallet of safety save is a good idea. Game is like, yes, I agree. I've saved for you. Thank you, game. Doesn't like Xbox controller bindings. Yeah, that I've noticed. I've rebound mine, derp, just to, because I want to use it, but I also don't want this happening every time. The default bindings are terrible. Can't be bothered to rebind. It took me like 20 seconds. It's not exactly a difficult thing. Plus, hearing the various thunks of stuff being plugged in with manual attach is quite satisfying now. That said, I can understand you being like, nah. Because that was me in 19. It's extra effort you have to put in to use your equipment, and why? And I can see why now in 22. Helps with immersion. Oh, hang on, sorry. Immersion. If your power goes, you're getting in your bed and doing some web design on your laptop. What if your laptop battery also goes? Oh my god, the horn on this is pathetic. I love it. You're gonna sleep. That's the good backup plan. That. Yeah, I've overcomplicated dumping into there. Why do you ask? Get you cultivating. And yeah, I want to do a few equipment swaps. Because I've got a couple new mods that came out today that I think would be worthwhile. So let's turn you off. Let's get you dumping. Let's get the John Deere. You are not attached to that. No, you are. Well, you are attached now. CDE, E4, please. Just a surprisingly good channel to watch if you like weird TV shows. I believe the placeable water points are sellable. Where are you being blocked by? Oh, beehives. Yeah, I can see how that could be a problem. Let's get you going in this direction, see if you're, like, any happier in this direction. Right. Back to you. You do not have the seeder attached. Did I see the placeable water tank? Yes, I did. I didn't download it, though. I would prefer a bigger water tanker than a water tank. Because the problem isn't getting the water or storing the water. It's that the water tankers go from not big enough to way too big. Actually, no, even the biggest one isn't enough to handle all 4 greenhouses. I'd need an 80,000 litre tanker. And at that, the water tanker you were suggesting holds like 125,000 litres, so I'd still need to refill the tanker. You know, there's no good solution. Anyway, that was 2 blips in quick succession. That was 2 power blips in quick succession. I am mildly concerned. You can be sold off. I could, but I don't want to. That's typical hunting going. I think I've got like more than half of them now. I haven't actually checked lately. Yeah, 59 out of 100. I'm not counting. I'm trying to pay more attention to the stream than counting. Yeah, no, there's nothing there for me. That's fine. We'll get the D9 4000. And oh god, the options. Right, hang on. Get this back to the yard because I do have something else I want to replace. And then we'll configure the D9. I should be able to bring both items that I want to... I won't because I've got a front weight on this. Why do I have a front weight on this? Let's put the front weight down because it's not needed. Oh, I have a front weight on this because of when I was loading stuff earlier. Off. Let's configure the seeder now. So I'll definitely want the extension. I'll want this to be as big as I can get. A tramline marker. Let's get it without a tramline marker, but with a handrail. I like the roller harrow. That looks nice. This is getting awfully expensive. So let's get rid of the roller harrow. Don't need that. We'll change the license plate to Type 2. Seeding tow. That, yeah, fine. Back only, and we'll make it hot pink. Buy that for 18 grand. We still got 15,000 left. That's fine. We need to sell something else off anyway. And there's something else we need to sell off. I better just check. So 45,000. These are, yeah. So these two are the ones that I'm looking at, the Bradle and the Cavernland, because they can actually handle lime and fertilizer. This spreader is too big for what I really need right now, so I have no issues selling it off. Do need to engage the hydraulics because the brakes were stuck on. Yeah, I have noticed, by the way, if you got the hydraulics disconnected on certain pieces of equipment, it just locks their brakes on. The curtain side of trailer is one of those pieces of equipment, so I'm kind of wondering if the people who are having real issues with the American trucks and trailer are just not putting the hydraulic, are using manual attach too, and just not putting, not attaching the hydraulic lines. Which, to an extent, wouldn't surprise me, because it didn't occur to me that that was the thing you'd need to do. It should have, but didn't. Right. Let's get rid of this, and we will get a new fertilizer spreader as well. That is going to be a bit more convenient for the size of fields that we have. There. There may have been some faffery there. Just ignore. Okay. And we'll grab the... this one can hold 4,000 liters. I kind of want to get the Cavernland though, because I don't think I can hold... no, we'll get this. This looks nicer in galvanized steel config, yeah. Stream is very steady. Very quiet, but very steady, yeah. Yeah. Getting this seeder should mean you get the seeding done a small bit faster. And it matches the color of the John Deere, which is a nice added bonus. And we'll grab... this. Yeah, I can kind of see over the top of everything. So, like, what crop do I want to do next? I'm thinking... canola. Maybe soybeans? Might have something to do with Storm. It might be. Might be that I'm just not putting out content people want to watch. That's always a possibility, and I need to consider that. Because I am, by my own admission, taking things slowly because I'd prefer to get comfortable with FS22 rather than rush to get everything done and like have streams in a month's time or a couple of weeks time where I'm like, well, we've done everything, there's nothing left to do. I'd rather do the same things over and over and still have lots left to do. Because you might notice I always have something that I can do on this map. I've set this map up so that there's always something I can do. Let's see, we're in August. What can be planted in August? That might be the determining factor. It is. We can plant canola. Let's plant some canola. Let's actually get lined up on the cedar and then plant some canola. Again, hydraulic powered. That's interesting. This setup for that looks like oats more than canola. That's canola. That probably won't be enough to do all the fields, but let's see how far we can get it to stretch. I'll do this manually. Actually, now would be a good time to just give the fields a quick check on status. Yeah, they're good. They could do with seeding, but that's what I'm about to do, so yeah, all is good in the world. Actually, how much... Just distracting myself here. Spader is 35k. How much is a stone picker? 25k. Okay, can't afford that. Let's go out. Let's continue. It's a good determining factor. Can I afford it? No. Well, then I'm not getting it. And if you're wondering why I'm planting the same crop in all my fields, because that's kind of my plan, it makes more sense to me right now. I don't have much field space, so I might as well just max out the amount of crops that I've got in one spot. Oh, there are clues that there's a collectible nearby? That's kind of neat. I gotta admit, that's kind of neat. That's a neat extra little Easter egg from Giants. I thought they were just there for funsies. It does seem like there are way less seeds used now than in FS19. Like, it's a bit more of an invisible change, but it feels like there's less seeds being used. Found out from Daggerman's FS22 seed. Ah, nice! Yeah, I wouldn't have... like, I kind of guessed, but hard to be sure. Yan 7,000. The other 6,999 Yans are not as good as you. Cheers for the follow me, dude. They got it right in version 7,000 of Yan. Or Jan. I maybe should knock this down a couple of ranges here. Let's go to C4 and see 15 kph Ragsy engine. Santa. Dude, you have no idea how tempted I am to get some white hairspray. Yeah, temporary dye. Get some of that. fat jolly man with rosy red cheeks and a white beard, I could become Santa very quickly. And Turnaround UK, cheers for the follow. Okay, let's see how angry this is in C4 at 15k. Probably might be a bit more angry if I remembered to turn the cedar on. Safety save. If you're just joining, if you're wondering why Firing Boy keeps telling you to safety save, there's a storm here right now, and there has been all day, and it's been here so long and it's so powerful that I am slightly concerned that the electricity here might not hold up. So if the stream just suddenly dies, either I've rage quit or the power's died. One of the two. I didn't need to do that. I've opened up my Daft Punk app. I have an app for when I want to pretend to be Daft Punk. Who needs ridge markers when you can just guess vaguely in the right area? Well, that looks about right. Gonna make food, enjoy. Let's, how's the Massey getting on? Surprisingly well. Really surprisingly well. Holy cow. Is it not actually having... It's not actually having an issue with the shape of the field. Noted. That is useful information. Is there anything else I need to check real quick? How's the... How far ahead of the carpenters is the... Okay, so there's 7,000 liters of planks just held up at the saw. Because the carpenters is significantly slower. That's wonderful. If you get... Now here's my question. If I were to buy a second carpentry, would the one sawmill... I mean, 7,000 liters, 7 tons. Because 1 liter is roughly a ton. Apparently, planks are as dense as water. Who knew? If I were to buy a second carpenter's, would I be able to feed them both from the one sawmill? Like, would it feed equally to both? Because the temptation is to get a second carpenter's on the go and just go all in on the wood production change. Just sound fun. Yeah, that's what happens when FarmSim measures everything in volume as opposed to mass. It's apparently quite a hard wood though if it's like if it's got a density of 1. Because fun fact, wood usually has the density of less than 1 because it floats on water. If it's more dense than water, it's ridiculously hard wood. I would argue potentially unreasonably dense. Unreasonably hard. So the plank pallets probably weigh a bit more than what they should. The sound of an engine that's just angry because I'm revving it to 2200 RPM. I am thinking as well that maybe getting like field 47 or even one of the fields up north, maybe 15, 16, 17. Getting a field dedicated to grass might be an idea just for hay, because I know Landia said that hay is hilarious. Hilariously good for making money. Also, I want to get words certain people thought they'd never hear me say. I want to get a round baler and do round bales. People who've been here for a while know that I don't say that. I have always hated round bales and farm sim. No, I want to get a round bale and do round bales because I want to do the stupid big ones of hay. I want to do the 1.8 meter hay bales. They look hilarious. I mean, the downside is I would need an actual dedicated bale trailer at that point, because the little blue drop deck just can't handle that much. Can't handle round bales all that well. Squares? Oh yeah, you can fill that thing with squares. Rounds, not so much. But I will need a bale trailer at some point eventually anyway, so shouldn't be that surprising that I'm thinking of buying one. The Massey is just about done over there, wow. I do need to buy more seeds as well. Got any chickens? Turnaround? Not yet. I have heard the chickens are very powerful too. Hessens are nice bales. Yeah. Like, I know I'm literally wearing a farm sim hat right now, but I'm so happy that Giants finally did the thing that I've been demanding for so damn long, which was put in different bales. Give people the option to use conventional bales if they wish, or big ass bales if they wish. Chickens are OP, they bring in so much money for the work you have to put in. Can they take sorghum? Like, so far what I've determined is that... Oh, that's cows, chickens. They can take sorghum. Like, how much would it cost to put just like a chicken pasture ducked in here like that? Because, like, I should have... Let's, let's cheap out of it and get the younger chickens. 26 should do. And, like, a rooster. Get 3 roosters. And 1 older chicken. Kind of shocked that the chickens actually... This is gonna sound out... Chickens... It's gonna sound out... The chickens look like chickens. I could, in theory, put in another, like, pasture over here. Let's give the chickens some sorghum. They reproduce even without a rooster. I prefer to play it safe. And, well, I've got 7,000 liters now. I think I safety saved there. I prefer to have a couple of roosters just in case. And having the one older chicken just means that there will be egg production immediately. So that's all the food they want. They will need... I presume they'll need water. Oh, they just need grain? Okay, so they need to be minimum 6 months old to... Okay. Do I have access to DMs? I can have a look, yeah. Nice. Thank you, Snizzix. Much appreciated. So then that raises the question, should I just have a field of wheat ready? Oops. Leave that running. And you seem to do surprisingly well by following... I mean, I'm gonna manually seed because there is other jobs I can do. I can fertilize. I also need to go grab more seeds, so... Not the end of the world if I... Why is there a random bit of sorghum? Stubble just there. Now it's gone. So yeah, I'm gonna need more seeds. There's no way I'm gonna be able to seed this field with 100 odd liters of seeds. Dunno. Yeah, no, that was my first dealings with animals in this game. I've actually kind of been meaning to get chickens for a little while because I have heard they're hilarious. That's Alan. Off he goes. So we're on Massey duties now. I only have the 2 tractors that are actually useful, by the way. I have 4 tractors total, but the Zeta and Porsche are kind of more show tractors that I use for jobs that don't particularly need power. And the pallet fork got stuck in the ground again. DM sent. I'll have a look in a moment. I just want to... well, I need to go to the shop and get more seeds. Like, as a matter of urgency. Because the so 3,200, 4 bags should do. That seeder isn't gonna last forever on 100 liters of seeds, and I don't have the AI refilling automatically because it costs way too much. By the way, if you want to save money using AIs to do your jobs for you, like, fill up the damn... Yeah, fill up the equipment manually. You will save money. It costs less. Right. Oh, I can check that DM. No more from eBay, is there? No, good. Da, 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 da. Farming Boy, wrong town. I'll put it that way. I know where that is. It's not in my town. Thanks for the heads up, though. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, Sinzix. Turn that crap off. You do not need the AI buying stuff. They buy it, for some reason, they buy, like, handcrafted, luxury, artisanal seeds made only in the like, deepest, darkest jungles of Outer Mongolia. Which doesn't have jungles, but you kind of get my point. Right. I just need to lift these enough to get them onto the thing. Come on. Come on, let me do this, game. Let me do this. Come on. Ugh. Perfection. Not a single problem caused by that. Not a... Nope, no problems at all. There's nothing stuck to the pallet fork at all. Zero problems. That bag is being a pain in my ass. I actually need to get this bag onto the left side of the trailer as I'm looking at it right now, or towards the middle. Because if you didn't know, you can unbalance the trailers with the load. You can, like, cause problems if you don't have a balanced load, so I need to be careful about how I actually do. Yeah, sure, that's how that works. That should be relatively well balanced. Back it up. Grab, up. Strap. Go. Farming Boy, the hospital has a generator. I know that for a fact. All hospitals have generators. And dedicated lines. And backups to those dedicated lines. Hospitals get absolute priority over everything when there's power issues. I'm gonna actually bring the seeds over to the field, because at least when the John Deere runs out of seeds, and it is a when, not an if, they'll be there and ready and waiting. Next job. Is... where did I put the spinner? There it is. Next job is fertilizing. Are there fertilizing contracts I could do? Because I could do with the money. By the way, if you're new, and this is your first time watching, yeah, me not having money is just kind of a trope of the channel. I tend to spend as soon as I get money. I like running tight. There's another safety save. Field 11. Yeah. That's like off up in the distance, but it's a very doable contract. Okay, let's see how angry I can make the tractor. May need to put out a front weight. Okay, that's all the fertilizer that I had spare over there. I think that might be all the fertilizer I had spare. I might need to do... let's go do the contract first. It's not getting on my nerves, it's just that... here's the thing for everybody. Whenever I open this menu, about half the time it'll save. Hang on, did it eat the contract? It didn't. Let's grab the fields 27 and 29 contracts as well. And we can do them... Oh yeah, we can totally do them on the way back. Because I'm going to need more fertilizer anyway, and if I can get more fertilizer by doing these contracts, that's kind of a good thing. There is a slight problem in this plan in that the front end of the tractor is very light right now. Yeah, extremely light. Oh boy. It'll even out a bit once you start emptying the spinner, but it is quite light at the moment. Let's... Yeah, this is the best way to get to field 11. And this road. And there should be like a little bridge over here. Yeah. I think the ESB crew have been stood down for the night. Added problem. The AI workers just ran out of money. Or I've just run out of money, so the AI workers quit. Right, okay, that's good. I'm going to have to manually seed too. This is going to take priority because this is going to get me money. This is money now, not money later. The ESB guys will be stood down if basically it's assessed that there's a risk to their safety, which I think that's fair. Yeah, they've got to do things safely first, especially when they're dealing with ultra high voltage lines. ESD, yeah, Farming Boy can't type. He meant ESB, Electricity Supply Board. The restore time... Oh boy. Yeah, that's everything closed there for the night then. And probably all day tomorrow. I hope the flood defenses in Clonmel hold up tonight, because this is going to be their biggest test in a while. It's been raining pretty heavily all day. Right, good, all 3 contracts are still active. Let's get this one done, get the money, then go over do the other 2, get the money, then buy some seeds. Or not seeds, fertilizer. 1,000 customers affected. That's a good portion of Clonmel. Wow. By that one outage? Where's the spare in Clonmel? think of a vague idea of where the outage is. It's a bad place to have an outage. Yeah. I mean, look, if there's an outage here, there's an outage here, and I'm not in control of it. I'm in control of what I'm in control of. I just deal with everything else. And that sounds like a cop-out, and it kind of is, but like... I'm not exactly capable of going out and fixing high voltage power lines. Explain outage. It sounds like one of the transformers at the substation blew. Hey Grimmer, I am as always broke. Although I do have some neat new equipment. I spent all my money on new equipment again. Like, that's how I roll. I don't like having excessive amounts of money when I could be spending it on new equipment. Is that... Hang on a second. Is this cultivated land for a field? Oh, that'd be so cool to put, like... Put olives in this. You get a really nice dramatic olive field. Or some grapes. That'd be really awesome and dramatic. I like it. Also, there's a reason there's no field number there. Giants didn't do field definitions on that area because it would be a pain in the ass to even try. And I don't blame them. Times you can tell whoever makes maps for Giants is definitely human. Yeah, those areas don't have field defs. Because, good God, the number of curves. Having done field definitions on some fields on a map before, I don't blame whoever decided that those fields didn't need to be defined as fields. They just needed to look good. Let's get field 27 done. I'm way too far south here. There we go. That's more like it. Half the field in a single pass. I'm still a bit far to one side. I actually think I'd be able to do my fields in single pass with this. This is 27. Yeah, one more pass should do it here, just up at the top. Grimmer, believe it or not, I started the stream today with 80,000. Like, I legitimately started with 84... So 84, 89 grand. And I spent it all. That was another power blip. I don't know if you guys are even able to see these happening, but I just noticed my room getting very much darker behind me. Because, you guys have the LED ring light that's running off my PC power. That's got a few buffers built in. My main overhead light in the room, yeah, that's quite sensitive to power blips. And it's very unhappy at the moment. Farming boy, by the way, tell Madzer that I've given him permission, or that he has permission to tell you where I live, just so you have a better idea of where exactly I am. And how I know we're in Clonmel has gone powerless, but it doesn't affect me. Right. Any other fertilizing contracts? Field 20 isn't even worth doing. Think you know DMs. 1 moment, please. Sent. Yep. Yep, farm boy, that's exactly where. I just don't want to mention it on stream, because God only knows who watches these. I don't want like some random weirdo showing up at my house at 6 o'clock in the morning being like, "Hello, Dave." Is it the same DM you just sent with the town name? We're on UPS. Nope. Should be, but I'm not. To be fair, Farm Boy, that town you put in, I have no idea where that even is. The one that I'm guessing you're from. No clue where that is. That's gone well. Yeah, single pass fertilizing on the fields. This is a brilliant idea that has no downsides whatsoever. And the John Deere is wedged in a fence. The hired worker got annoyed that I had no money left and just wedged this into... Why is he put it into... No, he wants C4. That's the seeding gear. Grimmer, the reason that I get a bit of a buffer with my PC stuff is it's running through a few surge protectors, which they have, you know, the capacitors keep the power for a few extra seconds. You know, there's capacitors in line that hold power for long enough that a power blip isn't going to affect it, but that a power loss is. And I wouldn't have time to, like, register a full power loss and shut down safely. So, yeah. My PC should be able to handle that, though. Should be fine. I'm kind of, you know, surges are much more dangerous than sudden power losses and sudden shutdowns. I'm enjoying how 4 meters still looks quite small on this field. I should... Yeah, if I get another couple of fields, I'm going to need to start looking into 6 meter equipment. Very much so. I'm also going to need to start, you know, actually saving money up to buy said equipment. Excuse me. And I mean, I've got, like... I'm not entirely sure what is going on, but I'm thinking there's some beefy capacitors for the surge protector that just charge up. Kind of hold a certain amount of charge. And they don't get enough time to fully discharge when there's a power blip like that. Either that, or it could be the fuses somehow holding power, which would be a bit odd. By the way, a PC isn't affected by little power blips. It's when there's a full loss of 10 seconds, or I think it's 5 or 6 seconds or more. That was 2 blips. I get the feeling that it's going to be very dark here tonight. $20 for you? It's probably fairly similar for me, I'd imagine. Go. So if you're in Ireland, the UK, let me know how you're dealing with the with Storm Barra. Barra is a bad boy. Strong though, because it has been blowing a gale all day. It's just been a horrible, horrible day here. Continue with the good work here. See, once I got this done, I'll then need to fertilize, and I do still need to buy more fertilizer. But, power check map, you can see 2 lines of power fault near your house. Any near me, Farming Boy? For reference, I'm on the northern side of that town. By the mountains. But the cats haven't liked it. They haven't, well, Flash hasn't really cared. She's been a bit nuts all day regardless. Trying to get her to sleep tonight might be an issue. Trying to get myself to sleep tonight might be an issue, because I don't know if I can trust her. Not at the moment. Thank you. Are there... This is probably a bad idea to check. Any seeding contracts? No. And the harvesting contracts, I don't think are worth the time. I hope Flash sleeps. If I don't, that's fine. I can sleep for a few hours in the morning when people get up. I'll just go through tomorrow on 0 sleep and hope for the best. What day is it today? Tuesday. Yeah, no, that's not a good idea. Hey, Alex. That up. It's not in this town. It's outside the town. It's 7:38 a.m. So I want to try and be awake for that. If I'm not, no big deal. So I'm just I'm reading through the launch manifest for this week for space stuff. There's a launch 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, coming on 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Soyuz MS-20 with Yusaku Miyazawa's assistant and a cosmonaut on board going to the ISS. I'm guessing those are some black skies. Yeah. Electron launching a couple of black sky satellites, which are just Earth imaging satellites. Thursday, 6 a.m. I'll want to be awake for that one. Falcon 9 with the IXPE. And then 3 p.m. for the Largen. And I'm hoping, are these government concepts? They're built by Thales Alenia, so yeah, those should be streamed. But the Russians don't spin the ISS again. I hope so too. Believe it or not, by the way, despite it being December, there's a... What would even happen if they evacuated the ISS? Would they send someone back to fix it? It depends on why. Like, they would definitely monitor it. One of the things they would do before evacuating the ISS would be set up the automatic monitoring systems. And they'd monitor it for a few weeks, most likely. See what's going on. And if it's fine, then probably Russia would send up the first mission on a Soyuz. Unless, like, there's a Falcon 9 and a Dragon just standing by. But they would, if they think it's fixable, they'd send somebody up to fix it. It's complicated by the fact there's no space shuttle anymore. Like, if the space shuttle were still flying, they would send somebody up to have a look at it, but no shuttle. What time is that launching? 12:20 GMT. Lovely. On the 22nd. So, you might have heard me making jokes about the Just Wait Scrub telescope, by the way, the James Webb Space Telescope. That's supposed to be launching on the 22nd. Something tells me there'll be a scrub. Or 3. But it does have an actual launch time, which is nice. It's only 20 years late. I think it's 20 years. Could be 10. It's very late. very heavily delayed because they got feature creeped. 10 years and many billions of dollars later, it's finally gonna launch. In theory. Feel like death today? Welcome to my world, Alex. That's me every day. Is that tech not out of date by now? No, because the reason they feature creeped Farming Boy was they're sending it to the which Lagrange point is it going to? The L1 Lagrange point, which is out beyond the moon. And one of the bizarre feature creep things they did was, well, if we're sending it out there, we might as well put this piece of equipment in. And if we're putting this piece of equipment in, this other piece has a, there's a better version out there now, so let's just swap those out. And then it just kept going for a surprising number of years with them just adding bits and pieces to it and replacing older parts of the satellite before it's even launched. Lagrange. That is actually how it's spelled, Alex. It's just one word, though. Basically, they're imaginary points in the sky that do exist. It's they're... How do I explain? Lagrange points. Lagrange points are spots in the sky where... gravity balances between two celestial bodies. In the case of the L1 Lagrange point, the one that James Webb is going to, it's... Okay then. It's gravity between the Earth and the Sun, on the far side of the Earth, balancing out. Is there rumors? What on earth are you talking about, Alex? You know what I'm talking about. No, I don't! You think I do, but I do not. ZZ Top song Lagrange. You think I know more than I do, Alex. You really do. Right, that's everything. That's everything planted and fertilized. Down, that off. Right. Estimated short time 10 o'clock tomorrow night. Woof. Yeah, that's. I'm guessing a few trees fell on the line there and they're a bit nervous. Is there anything worth doing here? Tempting. Really tempting, but no. Let's get this through till September, I guess. We'll see how we're doing. Set fire. So do I. Roughly. Right, the canola should be stage 1 growth. Perfect. It is likely in need of some weeding. Yep. I want to test the weeder again because I get the sneaking suspicion the weeder didn't work because I used stubble cultivation. Where is the weeder? It's over here. I'll eventually get it attached. There we go. Right, let's see if this wants to... Why is it FPS tank so easily in this game? I don't know. See, it's getting rid of most of the weeds, but not all of them. What happens if I go over it again with the weeder? Do I need to do 2-pass weeding? No, I need to spray. That's frustrating. Well, I can sell the weeder then, because it's just not going to work. It's not going to work because it's stubble cultivation. Are there contracts I could do that could bring me a lot of money very quickly here? Because now I'm thinking that it might be an idea to try and get the money together for a sprayer, which is a problem because the sprayer is like 34 grand. So I'd need 22 grand-ish. Unless there's one... Nope. I mean... What needs fertilizing? 9 and 11. Oh, good. The contract in field 9 ate itself. How big is field 33? Too big for the 4-meter seeder. Screw it, let's do the... Oh! Square bales. Yeah, I want to buy the damn sprayer at this point. So let's get this set up. And it is down to field 71 we go. Because if I can do this contract, then that'll buy me a... That'll get me the sprayer. Reduce the weed state from 100 to 50% for the full solution. Herbicide is needed. Weed works best on grass. Adds fertilizer state. Okay, yeah, so there's no point in me having a weeder just at the present time. I'm better off having the sprayer. Got it. I can understand why they rebalanced that as well, because it used to be that you just needed a weeder and you could weed infinitely for free. Yeah, I can understand the change there. It's just kind of frustrating because I didn't know about it. Oh well. This job's gonna take a little while, and I'm fine with that. I need the money. The fact that I'm at least able to do square bales. Thrown into the racy fast Num room. Even worse. I like the papaya. Papaya is at least historic. Oh god, they're gonna go with the United Autosport livery. It's gonna be United Autosport livery, isn't it, Alex? Because Zach Brown also owns United Autosport. Hey, that's not terrible. I don't understand the weird tie-dye thing going on in the background. It's not bad. I thought it was going to be like blue and black, and just no. Safety save. You're just very broken today. Yeah, you've not spelled safety correct once. It's always been safe to safe. It looks dumb. I mean... Eh? It's better than that year they decided to chrome the damn car. Which, while cool, looked stupid. Kinda wish I did this contract when it had the big M now. Because at least the big M, I get to drive the big M. But this is gonna get me the money I need, so I can't complain. It's actually gonna give me a little bonus too. These baling contracts, you only have to actually bring a certain percentage of the crop from the field. You don't have to bring it all, but I'm gonna bring it all because I want that sweet, sweet bonus money. These mowers can, but I'm gonna be windrowing it anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. And it's a 4-rotor windrower that has been provided for this contract, so I'm better off not swathing with the mower and actually just leaving it fall flat than getting the swathing done with the windrower. We'll get 2 headlands done, then we'll start going up and down. Because I just wanted enough room to turn around with the mower still on, because laziness. It's still going to take a little while to just push through this contract. But hey, it's fine. Actually, this will be the contract that gets me the last piece of properly necessary equipment in the form of the sprayer. Because after this contract, then it'll be what equipment would be nice. And that'll be when I start getting mowers and stuff. Because then I can do these contracts with my own mowers and say, get a bit more money out of them. I mean, if they're that far down the grid in Formula 1, they deserve to be where they are. It's just that, their budgets have bought them that position. Formula 1 is very much a budget-limited sport. With the cost caps coming in, they might start climbing up, as well, especially with the kind of rebalance to how wind tunnel time works. Williams and Haas are in some of the best positions of the entire grid because they'll get the most wind tunnel time for next year. It's good when they're fighting the midfield. I'd like to see Williams moving their way back up towards the front of the field again. It's not a good sign. I mean, darkness and high winds are a good way to have problems farming, boy, if you think about it that way, so I'd prefer to see them get stood down and be safe than to be out and in danger. I would quite happily go a night without power if it meant that the guys that bring it back are safe. Because I think they cut the danger pay for storm operations. They also tightened the safety margins. Fun fact, by the way, if there's a storm and the power's out, the guys that go out to repair it do get danger pay. They get a danger bonus because it's dangerous to do that. You're out working with high voltage. High current, high voltage, high everything power lines in a storm. So there's no way to safely ground yourself. High voltage rock and roll. Danger, danger, high voltage. Stop. There. Good. Reverse. Good. Yes. This field's gonna look amazing with bales all over it, but it's gonna take a little while to get to the point where there's bales all over it. I'm just glad this is a silage contract and not a hay contract, because good God, no. Let's see. They might. Like Farm Boy, I'll be honest. Today, for the rest of the evening, like it's just a case of if you lose power, don't expect it back before morning. Just, you know, curl up somewhere nice and warm and wait with maybe a candle and a book. I hope AC/DC tour again sometime. That'd be nice. Red Dutton pressed the big button. Thank you for the follow, my dude. I'm trying to go with little sayings for everybody who follows and failing miserably at making any of them interesting. But thanks for the follow, my dude. Much appreciated. Howdy. Howdy doody. Tip my cap to you. Axl Rose isn't very good at the best of times, Alex. Let's be fair. I've seen enough clips of Guns N' Roses concerts to know that Axl Rose at the best of times isn't very good. What you mean? Yeah, but look, it sounded like you were expecting him to be good, which that's high expectations. Sometime around 3 p.m. tomorrow. Yeah, that sounds about right. Like that's kind of when they're hoping at latest, I would guess. Oh God. He's no Dave Grohl, is Axl Rose. Like Dave Grohl breaks his foot on stage, just gets the doctor to come out, put a cast on, while he's continuing the show. Oh dear. That is one of my favourite Dave Grohl stories, is the time that he broke his foot on stage and just had the medic come out and hold it for the rest of the show. Had the toy show go, it was good. The usual crowd were out there saying, it was bad, it wasn't as good as last year, it was the worst toy show ever, and I have no fun in my life whatsoever. Although there wasn't my sister was telling me about like an American on TikTok who watched the toy show for the first time, and the description was basically the kids made the presenter suffer for 3 hours, which was about right, honestly. Like, it's kids take over a big show and make the presenter suffer because you can't control kids. It's great. Also, Ed Sheeran was there for some reason. You saw that? Yeah, my sister was showing me was it yesterday. Fun fact: I don't have TikTok at all. I don't use it. Like, I'll watch YouTube Shorts because I have the YouTube app on my phone. A lot of the TikTok people that I like Dr. Glockenflocken and whatnot, they put their shorts on YouTube too. They put the TikToks on YouTube, so I get to watch them on YouTube instead. It's fine. For some reason, I really like the medical ones, and I don't know why. Hang on, I may have some news for Irish people here. Boy Warrenoses in Wexford, Kerry, Cork and Donegal Meme kids are going good this year. I mean, there's always kids that become memes out of the toy show. It's great. It seems like the DJ kid was the the one that kind of became a big celebrity. So I'm just reading through this. There might be some news for people within the street. Wind speeds of 130 kilometers an hour were recorded at Shannon Airport. Damage to power lines is mainly due to fallen trees, which is why they don't particularly want to go out tonight with it. Yeah, that's fair. Because that requires them using chainsaws, and that ends badly if there's still high winds. There was something like certain schools have been told to remain closed tomorrow. Here we go. Department of Education is advising that all schools that are currently or forecast to be in red or orange area should remain closed tomorrow. It's allowed for assessment of the impact of the storm. This includes counties Donegal, Sligo, Leitrim, Cork, Kerry, Waterford, Limerick, Clare, Galway, Mayo and Wexford. Schools that are no longer in a red or orange area can reopen, provided if there are concerns, school managers have had an opportunity to check the fallen wires or serious damage in the vicinity of school buildings. 130 kilometers an hour, Steam Fan, is about 80 miles an hour, give or take. Because 120 kph is 75. It's roughly, it's somewhere in the region of 78 to 80, maybe 82 miles an hour. Oh my god! 3-4 gusting 5-4. Wow. That's insane. I don't think I've ever seen 54 knot gusts. That would be the 130 kilometers an hour, roughly. 0973. I've seen lower. I've seen lower QNHs. For those of you that don't know, myself and Alex are av geeks, as well as me being a farm sim fanatic. Not as much as Virtual Farmer. I'm nowhere near as much of a fan of this game as VF is. I'll give him props for his due. I love farm sim, just VF. Oh boy, he has problems. I think, in the nicest way possible. He's addicted. Good fourth paragraph. I'll have a look at that after the stream, Farming Boy. I don't want to spend the rest of the stream. I'll have a look now. Why not? Okay. Oh wait, no, hang on. This is a webpage. Yeah, no, because it's gonna bring up like, do you want cookies? Why do you not want cookies? Would you like some notifications? We want to give you some notifications. Would you like a different kind of notification? Would you like to give us money? Please give us money. Seriously, I hate going onto news websites now, because it's like, we give you the news you can trust, unlike all the other news websites who also tell you they give you the news you can trust. Also, please give us money. Also, we want to send you notifications. Also, please accept our cookies. Also, we want to send you a slightly different kind of notifications. Also, here's a full screen ad telling you to give us money. Got my password as well. Yeah. Like, I have no issue with news sites wanting money, but the problem is that this might sound political, but it's not intended to be. Certain sites are free. Those sites tend to, more often than not have the full truth of the situation on show. And as a result, the sites that provide misinformation or bad information have an outsized voice in, internet circles. So Facebook, Twitter, wherever. Those sites that are free have an outsized voice because they're free. They know what their business is. 764 has already been pirated. Good! I still won't download it. Why not try a DC-6 flight and these conditions in Flight Sim? Because I'd be able to do it, quite easily. Steam fan. Okay, real talk here, Steam fan. I know I could fly in these conditions in the DC-6 in Flight Sim. The reason I know is because when I bought the DC-6, for some reason the anti-piracy measures kicked in, and the flaps were set to 40 constantly. Not visually, but producing all of the drag. And the engines just drank fuel like there was no tomorrow, so the plane was borderline unflyable. I could fly it. I needed to do many cheatings to do it, but I could fly that plane in a situation where it was designed to not be flyable. So, yeah, flying into a storm. No, Alex, I have not seen the Electra that's in development. You need to give me a link, because I need to pass the link on to Landy. He will be happy. He loves the Electras. I have a Connie. Who from? Who from, Alex? It's a very important question, because if it's A2A, again, send me the link. If A2A are working on their Connie, Landy needs to know. Because that is his all-time favorite plane in Flight Sim. Oh, the Red Wing one. Yeah, I knew about that. I knew about the Red Wing, Connie. It does look very good indeed, yeah. It does have the interesting looks. They need a better translator. Yeah, probably. Right. That's the mowing done. Good news, we only have, 3 stages of nonsense to go. Back to the shop. Where am I? Ah, there we are. Right, that's this mowing done. This is a contract, might I add. This is worth about 30 grand, and I want that 30 grand because I want to buy a sprayer, and I'm a bit short of the money right now. However, if I do this contract, this one easy step, which is not easy, if I do this one contract, then I get the amount of... Well, I get more than... I can talk. I get more than the amount of money that I need. So I'll be able to get the sprayer and not need to rent it constantly. Did I see... Hang on, was there something in that dude's window? Yes, it was a wall. That was a very big, very outside power meter. Is that how things... Is that how power meters work in America? They're outside? That seems dangerous. Looks about right as well. Good grief. Yeah, Dutton, here power meters are inside and there's collectible on the roof. Power meters are like inside, and mine at least is smaller. I think they're mostly the same in the UK. Yeah, Alex, this is why I didn't have the swathing function on. Because I want as few swaths as possible for the baler. Mainly for the wrapper. It's not as common anymore. In the UK? Or in the US? This looks about right as well. Apparently it's a 1988 model. Is STG&E... Oh, in the UK. Is STG&E an actual power company in the States? Now I need to look this up. Hang on. SDG and E. Do you guys want to know? That's stupid. San Diego Gas and Electric. SDG&E. That is a real power company. Giants went to the trouble of modeling and getting textures from a real power meter in the San Diego area. So it doesn't look about right, Red. It is right. It's a real power meter in San Diego from 1988. That's stupid. I love it, but it's stupid. Let's see if there's... Hang on. Is there a power meter on this house? If so, is it also SDG&E? Now I'm curious. That looks like it's... Let's say electrical donking. I don't know if there's bonding. Even though the... Yeah, Giants... Like... I can understand people being annoyed with the bugs in the game. You know, that's fair. I can understand people being frustrated with the lack of a patch so far. That's also fair. But I think those people need to look at where Giants have put the details in and just how much detail they've gone into. Because it's pretty clear that there's a lot more work gone into this game than people maybe think at face value. Because, like, at face value, sure, it looks pretty similar to 19 if you're using some, you know, some shaders. I'm not gonna deny that. It acts completely differently, and the detail is insane. Too much detail for the price of the game. I will tell you, Red, that's just how Giants work. And the fact that the fact that they've had the time to do that means that they've been working their butts off and just making sure that everything is about as perfect as they can get. Because one thing I have noticed is the American community, which is... The American farm sim community isn't shy about being vocal when they don't like something. They did not like... Was it Ravenport in FS19, the base map in 19? They did not like that. They made their opinions very clearly known. They didn't like that it was kind of rust belty. I'm generalizing, Dutton. Like, I liked Ravenport, as it happens. I kind of liked the Rust Belt vibes, but a fair number of people thought it was a slight on America as a whole. So I think this is Giants trying to make good on that mistake. I very much get the feeling this is a map that has got insane amounts of scrutiny within the office just to make sure that there's nothing in it that might be a slight or might be seen as an insult. The downside is I also don't think it's a Midwest map. It does not feel like the Midwest to me. Feels New England. Got big New England vibes about this map. So, I think they screwed up in having, like... I think it's too green to be the Midwest, for me. It very much feels New Englandy. And, like... people that I've spoken to who live in the Ontario area have said, yeah, it's kind of Canadian in a way, but in a way where, like, it feels like it could exist. Also, just kind of something I'd like to note. I love the way the grass texture works now. When you're doing a meadow like this, that it's a completely different color from the outside the field. That is very nice. Because it was always kind of annoying that the wild grass and the field grass were the same grass. Because you wouldn't intentionally plant random grass in a field. You'd plant grass that was, like... designed is probably the best word. For use for whatever you want to use it for. Set in Ireland where you just say, yeah, screw it, it's good enough. There's a reason my yards are always a mess. Like sod. Yeah, like there's a reason my yards are always a mess in farm sim. And it's because I've very much got the Irish farmer mentality of that's good enough, it'll do. It's grand. Because, like, I can farm perfectly according to whatever textbook there is for farming. I could do that. but that ends up being very boring. Even though I do plan on doing like a couple of I want to try and do a hyper realistic save. I want to see how that would play out. But I think the first couple of saves I'll do will just be kind of survival saves. With that survival difficulty mod enabled. I think that'll be kind of fun. I will set it up so that I'm not just like in pain constantly. But start out with some of the older equipment, you know, the older tractors, and kind of work from there. That'd be kind of nice. It's kind of been my plan for this game, is have the likes of the 7810, the 4855. Is it the 4855 is in the game? I can't remember what the 4755 even. The Valmet, even the older Massey. Just start off with them, because that's what makes sense. Then work your way up to a modern farm. He says using a fast track out of a 4-rotor windrower because he needs 30 grand and just desperately wants the sprayer, because it's the only way that I can apparently get 100% of the weeds gone. The weeders are a lie, people. It's a conspiracy by Big Herbicide. Big Herbicide wants you to think the weeders work. Because when Big Herbicide have hobbled the weeders, so you have to use their herbicide. It's a conspiracy within Farm Sim. Most weeders say they remove weeds. However, here at Big Herbicide Inc., we remove double the amount of weeds as the best weeders on the market. Why use a weeder when you can just spray herbicide everywhere? You may notice that our branding is on the weeders. This is completely coincidental and has no impact on their performance, apart from the intentional hobbling we have done to make sure they are only ever 50% effective. Could you imagine seeing an infomercial like that? Just this guy in a suit talking about how his company has created this massive conspiracy and is just like being an idiot and revealing it all in a TV ad for some reason. It sounds like the plot to a really bad movie that I would love to watch. You see someone clipping that and putting it up as a real fake commercial. Feel free. Like, that sounds like the plot of not even a B movie, but like a D movie. Not that D, Alex, before you even say it. Before you even giggle. No. But also probably yes. Oh, Virgin Orbit are doing an event at the moment. It sounds boring. Too late, giggle commenced. Here at Big D Productions, we make only the finest D movies. You've seen AAA movies and B movies. Well, here, our standards are so low that we've had to rank ourselves D. But we're the biggest. So we called ourselves Big D. Why no, we're not compensating. Yeah, this field's gonna look really good with bales all over it, but boy, is getting to the actual bit where I get to see the bales kind of annoying. Have I heard about the... Oh, God. There you go, Alex. Oh, dear. I need to have that one button more accessible. Just for when people put in terrible puns. Also, I wish this rake would go faster. I hope you can drive faster than this with the baler, because this is, like, really annoying. Also, I need to check. This is going to sound ridiculous. I need to check, number one, what the baler can do. It appears to be the Pottinger. No, that's a round baler, so it must be... Okay. It's actually the bale wrapper I need to check what it can do, isn't it? Because what I need to check is how big I can make the bales. 180 to 220. And this can load 180 to 240. 220 centimeter bales coming up. Because that will mean the least number of bales per bale. Or the least number of bales in this field. Uh, 220 centimeters, by the way, 2.2 meters, about 8 feet. Yeah, about 8 feet. Safety save. Actually, I've just done a safety save. Did a safety save when I opened up the menu by mistake. Also, I've got autosave running every 15 minutes. So the absolute most progress I'll lose is 15 minutes, farming boy. Not a big deal. One thing I learned many years ago is always have autosave running, because oh god is it painful when it's not. The balls. Pinging with Babish did a nice video recently about balls. Showing you how to make really nice looking balls. Your power's gone off. Do I have a sound that helps? What about this one? Does that help? It's back. Ooh, I do have a sound for that.
Wow.
Oh god, the octopus fell apart. You broke it, Alex. You broke the octopus. Einstein had farming boy for 8 seconds. With the reason, bonk. I need to... Good idea, Alex. Bonk sound required. Right. So... Do you do guitar or risk staying on PC? Why not both? Plug guitar into PC. That way you're risking both. I actually want to check something here. Alex, I may have a fun task for you with your Flight Radar Gold subscription. I just want to check where it is. Oh, it's still in Litchfield. But it is now in transit. Never mind. I think, Alex, there's one of like 4 or 5 planes that is going to be flying into Ireland from near Litchfield in the next 24 hours or so. And I've kind of ruled out the commercial jets. So there's a DHL flying from Birmingham tonight. There's where the hell is that? If you'd let me finish, I will list the airports that I am asking you to look through. Birmingham and East Midlands. I think East Midlands is a more likely destination for the package, as it is being brought by UPS. And there's a West Atlantic and East Mids going to Shannon tomorrow, and I kind of hope it ends up on that. But it's more than likely going through either Birmingham or East Mids. And if you're wondering where Litchfield is, it's just outside Birmingham. Because I checked. I had looked up the postcode. Hey, Paulie. I'm probably not going to be streaming for much longer today because I have been live for 3.25 hours. Well, there's US Air Force flying over Ireland. Probably en route to the Middle East somewhere. Is it one of their C-130s again? UPS 744 over Highhead for East Mids. No, Alex. It's in Litchfield, which is near East Mids. It's not going to East Mids on a plane currently. What I want to know, and what I'm trying to figure out, is how is it getting from Litchfield, which is just outside Birmingham, to Ireland? Because I doubt they put cargo onto a Ryanair. There is an Aer Lingus they might put cargo on. Then again, they might put cargo onto a Ryanair, because that sounds like a really, really cheap way for Ryanair to make money. Swim? It could get the ferry. I doubt it, but it could. That got yeeted. Where have been the last? You've just been missing the streams. One of the C-130s. Yeah, that's heading to the UK then if it's flying over Ireland currently and it's from the US. Either that or it's going to the US if it's going out of the UK and flying over Ireland. Oh, it's a 340 app. Oh, okay. I would be perfectly fine with it being on a Saab. Am my internet dying? Probably. Departs 2250. Like, Alex, you know my playing preferences. You know full well I would be fine with it going on the Saab. 220 centimeters is what I want. That's what I've got set. So what I've determined with these contracts is you kind of want to... These signs are behaving weird. Also, it's not supposed to arrive here until next week. The middle of next week, so... Like, I get the distinct feeling that it could arrive several days early. Which, if it does, I won't complain. Good God, the signs are truly flying with this thing. Flying over Ireland, heading towards Ireland. Farming boy, please look at what you said and think about what you said. And oh god, this thing only goes 70. Oh god. I regret every decision I have ever made. Although the 2.2 meter bales are 6,000 liters, which is nice. Towards England. It's probably heading towards like Bryce Norton or something. It's heading to it won't be Bryce Norton. It'll be heading to a US base in England. I can't remember where the US bases are. That bale looks so weird. Like, it looks really short. It just... Big stubbo. But it weighs literally a ton. Okay. Literally a metric ton of grass in these short little stubbo bales. Farming boy, does that sound about right? I think you're... I presume you know a bit more about farming than me, farming boy. Does that sound about right? A metric ton of grass in a bale that size? Like, this is a Kuhn. It's kind of been at mid-sized bales. Like, they're not Hestons. Unless, of course, they are Hestons and I'm just being stupid. Like, would it pack... Would it pack that tightly? You witnessed farms in history, what? Someone shared a photo of a minus 69 420 sale. It's just your username. Oh. Well, do you know anyway? Like, do you think grass can pack that densely into a bale? That's an open question for anybody who actually knows the answer here. Yeah. Thank you. Right. My dinner's here, so I'm gonna call it a stream. Also, I'm missing tons of grass. I'm just missing the row entirely. So I'll finish that tomorrow at some point. Pales can go dense, especially as what grass. Hey, thank you, Alex. This. Let's see who is live. Could be possible. Is like, yeah. I mean, yeah, the liquid weight would actually have an effect as well. Liquid mass. Oh, yeah. No, don't even need to think. GD. I've spelled it correctly, haven't I? Yes. So I'm gonna send you guys over to GD. Go chill with him. He's a good guy. I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully without the power concerns that I've had today. Until then, stay safe and goodbye.